Hello? 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 My mic is very weird quality today. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fix it like real time, but I can't for some reason. We need to check it out like right now again. But first, did I lost a whole recording, I wonder, of a stream? Do I need to save it? So the last one, I have it, and the one before that, I don't. But I don't know if I uploaded it on YouTube yet or no. Okay, I need to check myself talking. Maybe I'm mute. Maybe I mute sounds so you wouldn't hear it. Okay, let me mute sounds for a little bit. Okay, I did it. Come back to Twitch. I wanna look at myself. I wanna look at my... Why the fuck? Why is a woman allowed to be fucking naked on Twitch? Is it normal? Like, your boobs are just so out. Is it normal? Is it fine? Why my capture device does not capture me properly? A lot of questions and no answers? Ew. Oh! Okay, I sound much better in this recording than I sounded in a recording that I made... Okay, shut up me. That I made... and look it up into my PC. Maybe my video player, video player does not work that good. Okay, I can delete both of those. I don't need them. There is recording going right now. I'm recording my stream. That's great. Do I need to do anything else? Oh, I do. I wanna move my mic a little bit. Okay, that's done. Oh, I also find out that if I speak in a specific side of my mic, the volume is higher for some reason. I don't know why, but it is what it is. I immediately forgot what I wanted to do. For some reason, I have this problem with short-term memory. Why? How did I deserve this? What did I do? I need to make myself look better. Gimme. Window. Umineko. Okay, we're done. Looks good. Looking good. I also need to pour myself water. I'm sorry. I was sitting here for half an hour before a stream and I still couldn't make preparations. Which is crazy. Hold on. I also was looking into this thing. A square. And a flower. Ew. What are those? Anyway, whatever. Huh. Oh. Hold on, I found a razor. Oh, it's sharp. Okay. Good to know I have a razor here. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to put this away or else I'm gonna be so insane in the stream. I'm sorry. I should have ouch. Started cleaning up earlier, but I'm so out of it. Today, every day, always. Okay, I'm closing the shit. Ouch! Ouch! I'm putting it out. Ow. Ow. Here? Maybe? No? Fuck you there. Okay. Let it be here. I'm putting myself water and we going to umineko. I'm sorry. Oops. Ouch! Everything falling! Nothing in my control! Nothing under my control? I'm not in control. How to say correctly? I wonder. Water? Do I pronounce water wrong? Do I pronounce it weirdly? Water? Water. Whatever. I didn't like pronouncing this word this hard. Oh. This text is pretty huge on the screen. Wait. Are we alright? Everything's fine. You can hear me. I did not change the title of a stream. Oh my god. Why am I like this? Let me change it. Can I? Oh shit, I didn't look out if I used this title yet or not. Let's just use it. And whatever. Done. Great. Isn't it great? Oh my god. Good. Done. And that's it, I guess. That's it. Stream's over. Sorry. Oops. Okay, does my mic now picks up sounds it didn't pick up before? Maybe. Okay. Whatever. Did you know that almost in every language that I know, the word cement sounds the same? I was like, huh, why the fuck does it sound the same every time? And then I was like, I wonder how cement in Japanese. And I made an assumption, okay? I made an assumption. It's probably cemento. But then I was like, no way, it's cemento. It's offensive to think that every fucking word in Japanese is gonna sound like this. And then I checked, and cement in Japanese is actually cemento. Is it? I mean, it's so insane. Why? Thanks, Japanese. It's so funny also. But then I was like, huh. So what's the origin of the word cement? And I didn't found it. So it's probably like French or something word. Unfortunately or not, they are not interested in etymology of word cement in cement Wikipedia page, which is wild. Why not? Like, they're talking about actual cement, about like chemistry and shit. Who give a fuck about that? Oh, okay, that's enough bullshit in the beginning. I'm sorry. Oh, what the fuck? The razor was sharp. Jesus. I cut my finger accidentally on purpose, unfortunately. Ow, now it hurts. Jesus. Meh. Rodent Maria death has not been caused by a projectile. Oh, did I make fun of the word projectile before? However, it was easy to suspect that the servants has been killed in such a manner. Manner? Will they come flying out of the dark? Or will they take careful aim and snipe from the shadows? Either way, they couldn't relax their tension for even an instant. But even so, when they reached the overhang in front of the entrance to the mansion and escaped the reach of the raindrops, they felt themselves breathing a sigh of relief. No problem for the first part. It's not like how it was for Oza-san. Maybe they can't get their hands on us easily. By the way, title name is... No. Wrong button. Title name, Battle to the Death in the Hall. So, I wonder what's gonna happen to this character. This is funny title. Maybe they can get hands on us easily. I'd like to believe that. Curie, unlock the door while we keep a lookout. Sure. Returning home to the mansion with a pair of bodyguards make me feel just like an executive. Haha. If I had a welcoming party of servants on a red carpet, I'd be perfect. A welcoming party, huh? Careful what you wish for. Stay alert. As the two cautiously surveyed their surroundings, Curie unlocked the front door with the master key she had been given. Uh-oh. It's open. Hideyoshi-san, could you take the front? I'll keep an eye on the rear. Roger. Kiri-san, try not to move from my shadow. Alright, let's break in. Oh, doesn't Kiri had some weird master plan to do here? Like, didn't she found gold as I saw it or something? Rear guard. Understood. Hovering. Man. Dot. Okay. You're enjoying the situation a little bit, aren't you? Give it up. That's how men's are. But man, there is still that wrong strange. The air in the mansion felt stagnant with a heavy silence. But worse, it was still thick with a strange from Kinza's burned corpse in the boiler room. Ooh, ew. And they were struck with a strong desire to leave the mansion, although they were never planning to stay. No problems in the front, just a short dash to the kitchen. Let's finish this quickly and head home. This suit'll get fumigated with that strange. The three of them dashed towards the kitchen. Did they? Did they really? Uh-oh. Oh, she's here. And after they disappeared from the entrance hall, the new witch showed herself here. They were lured out just as planned. They got caught right into my trap. The witch grinned. Thinking about it now, no matter how unbearable their hunger had grown, barely a few hours had passed since Rosa and Maria had been attacked and had lost their lives. In that case, why had they needed to recklessly leave the guest house? Ooh, narrator becomes smart now. Is it butler actually? And not just a narrator but a butler? Until the question could be dealt with, the only answer that was that they had been called out by the witch's magic. What reckless people! They will never leave this mansion alive. Lock yourself, lock! Close mansion! Close yourself, mansion! What the fuck? She can just talk like that? The instant she proclaimed that. The mansion was sealed off in a separate world. Unless she were to dispel the barrier, no longer could anyone exit the mansion or enter it. Ooh, the mansion itself became a locked mystery. Spectacular. To think that even though barely half a day has passed since you succeeded the Endless Witch, you can use magic this well. That talent surprises me. It is almost as though you were born a witch. Well, I have been a witch since the time I was born. Who taught you how to blink? What? That's what using magic is like for me. A fearsome person. The witch's face twisted with brutality. She was beside herself with excitement at being able to joy with lives again. Well then. Yeah, ha 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 ha. First in Rodolphe's and Curie, but the cruel way... First is Rodolphe and Curie, but what cruel way should I kill them? If you would excuse me, but the predecessor has left instructions that you are to restrain yourself from committing murders of unnecessary cruelty. And there is a protocol to follow for the sacrifices from the fourth twilight onwards. For that, you must borrow the power of the seven sisters of purgatory. Oh, really? Now that you mention it, that's right. I'm only allowed to play as I like until the second twilight I just finished. Boring. Just when I thought I could play to my heart content like I did with Rosa. But that refers to the way they're killed in the end, right? By which you mean... So I can just kill them however I want over and over again, revive them, and follow the epitaph the last time I killed them, right? So, in the end, no matter how I play, it isn't a problem. Who'd act well behave with an interesting power like this? Your wild logic was, for an endless witch, an extremely valid argument. The sacrifices for the fourth twilight and onwards were prescribed protocols for the methods of killing, represented by things like guards ahead. However, that refers to the way they died in the end. In other words, in the process leading up to that, she was free to tease and kill them whoever she wanted. She just had to keep on reviving them and following the rules only when she killed them the final time. This is really fucked up. That's a good thing she thought about that. Kind of funny, okay. Even while Renov glimpsed some talent as a witch in her innocent cruelty, he was beginning to notice a naturally brutal side of her. They do say the apprentices are the most brutal of witches, and now can see that may be true. Do as you wish, as what I would like to say, but I must insist that it would be wiser to exercise some restraint in this instance. Yeah, you have eternity in your possession. What are you doing? They are holding guns, weapons with high anti-magic power, such as guns, a natural enemy of witches and demons. Excuse you? They also natural enemies of other humans? Did you know, Renov? Oops. The witch stared blankly at the demon butler, who was unexpectedly afraid of guns. No one told me this. Shouldn't a witch be able to take a bullet like it's nothing? No. It would be a fatal wound, exactly the same as it would be to a normal human. What? Huh? How can you say that? Jesus! To prevent that weak point from being noticed, most witches religiously straighten their guard with a defense of protective barrels and furniture. Really? You can just be killed like this with a gun? This is really funny. This is funny rule. Do you have any of those projectile barrier things? Constructing a barrier to make even gun bullets ineffective requires much in preparation and rituals. She weak to guns? Good. That's how personal enemies works? Okay. I'm afraid to say that you currently have none of those, Beatrice-sama. Furthermore, you are currently ill-prepared to summon furniture strong enough to block a bullet. Huh? This is crazy, okay? So even though I've become a great witch with such a magical power, I really do have to be afraid of lead bullets. Annoying, but I'll just have to accept it. So, in that case, should I call some furniture to act as my arms and legs? Yes, leaving everything to your servants while not exposing yourself to danger is also part of a witch's elegant temperance. Beatrice-sama, leave this to the furniture and hide in a safe place. Fine. Seven Sisters of Purgatory. I don't care who, any two of you. Leviathan and Belphegor responded to the call. Leviathan and the Envious, right here. Belphegor is slothful, right here. Show me your power. Your targets are Rudolph and Curie, not Hideyoshi. Now, show me just how cruel you can be, furniture. My apologies, but we have received an order from a predecessor to restrain ourselves from unnecessary cruel actions. But I think the predecessor's orders does give up some leeway to tease them. Will that be acceptable? Fine, I'll compromise. You mustn't kill them easily. Thoughtfully corner them and let them taste the fear of death before killing them. Will this be alright, Ronov? Yes, if you simply remain conscious of the extent, I do not believe there will be a problem. Then go! Yes, leave it to us! Your opponent are armed with guns. For those as skilled as yourself, dodging them would be easy. Fuck. But if you're hit, it will be fatal. Fatal frame? Fatal? Go with an appropriate level of caution. Do not worry, we won't expose such a level of incompetence. Okay? The two sisters of Purgatory vanished. After bowing, Renovus also disappeared. There's even rules to how to kill them. Why do I have to be constrained by my predecessor? It's so rigid and boring. It's a really good portrait. I really like portraits in this game. As the witch looked up at the portrait of her predecessor Beatrice hanging in the wall, she cursed. The three had already arrived at the kitchen and were gathering food supplies. Thinking of the possibility that poison had been mixed in, they gave up on the alluring fruits and vegetables. No! Well, some vegetables have, a shell, like oranges or bananas. As they still could be injected with poison or something, and gathered a whole cardboard box full of only the safe canned foods. It was very heavy, but by pinning it to the cart, they could carry it well enough. With all of that, there would be plenty of 10 people to hold out until tomorrow's breakfast. That would be enough while they waited for the boat. The two men were supposed to be devoted to guard duty, but the weight of a load was tough on Curie, even with the cart. Hiroshi, who professed himself strong, switched to being cart pusher, and Rodolphe and his wife took up the task of guarding duty. Without this, even George and the kids will be full. We are not safe until we're home. Let's go! While Hiroshi vigorously proclaimed their departure, Curie frowned, looking as though she was gazing into the distance. There was a wall in that direction. No, if her gaze could go through that, the hall beyond it. What is it, Curie? I sense something. Jesus Christ, woman! I have a bad feeling about this. Curie stopped, narrowing her eyes even further. How did she do this? She's such a clever person, I guess. Woman's intuition? At times like this, Curie's intuition surpassed reason. Rodolphe trusted that intuition. Yeah, someone's probably waiting to ambush us. I didn't sense them until a short while ago, but just now I felt it. Just now, someone set up an ambush for us. Huh? How is she doing this? Then there's no reason we need to return the way we came. There's a back door over here, right? Let's leave that way. Rodolphe made to unlock the back door. Oh, but every door is closed. When things were carried into the kitchen, they never passed through the part of the mansion that the family came and went from. So outside the back door, there was probably a slope for transporting things. Surely they would be able to leave through here with a cart. But the door was closed. What is this? It's stuck. Damn, what's going on? Can't you open it? Nope. Is it broken? It isn't given an inch. Rodolphe tried various things using force, then coaxing it. But the lock was as hard as a stone. It didn't even budge. Don't stress over it. Let's leave through the front entrance. Right now, it'll be even worse if we stand around wasting time. Yeah, but she said there's gonna be an ambush. Are you saying this is a trap? I don't know. Be careful. Uh-oh, they're gonna die. With strained expression, the three of them returned to the hall again and headed for the entrance. Who's there? The instant they exited into the hall, Rodolphe noticed a suspicious shadow right in front of them and yelled. In that instant, a storm of golden leaves started blowing and gold butterflies dyed the area a golden color. Then some moon rabbits. Uh-oh. Oh, we're gonna see them. I can't believe it. A lowly human predicts our ambush? It isn't my fault. I was hiding my presence. Don't hesitate. Fire! The two guns sprouted fire. The lead bullets blasted right through the pair's magic defense as easily as though it were a wet paper wall. But the two who should have been there had disappeared. Certainly, guns were very frightening objects for them, but there was no need to fear as long as they weren't hit. True? They at least had enough speed to dodge those. Wait a sec! You won't even let us say our names? This is why I hate humans! Leviathan protested, popping her head out of... Fuck my life. Okay, I just can't read. I'm sorry. Popping her head out from behind a pillar in the shadows of the staircase, a full 10 meters from where she had supposedly been. "By the order of Beatrice-sama, we shall now slay you! We are ordered to take some time teasing you. You're free to resist, but know that it's useless." The voice came from overhead. Belphegor could be seen on top of the hall chandelier. Elegantly looking down upon them, she proclaimed that their execution with a cruel smile. "Ooh, who the heck are these girls? Forge the cart! We have 2 opponents, so if we split up, they can't chase all of us." All 3 of them were well acquainted with the inside of a mansion. They had already made plans to run off in separate directions in the case of crisis, returning to the guest house by breaking windows or leaving through a back door. Fighting was forbidden, as long as they could get away. Haha, of 36 stratagems? Fleeing is best. Stratagems? Is this? What the fuck is a stratagem? Huh? Hold on. Bang? Is it real word or is it spell mistake? No, it is a real word. Oh, okay. A carefully planned way of achieving or dealing with something, either involving a trick. Okay. First time I'm hearing this. Good to know. Next. The 3 of them escape into the depths of a mansion at full tilt. The 2 furniture calmly watch them go. "I'll kill the woman. You take the man. Understood?" The 2 pieces of furniture in the shadow of the pillar and the chandelier burst apart their human-like forms, and leaving behind only the sound of hopping beetles colliding with the walls, they pursued their respective targets. Their speed was overwhelming, and they easily blocked the other paths of retreat. "I'll inspect their skill as a furniture. It'd be nice if they entertain me." "Beatrice-sama, I might suggest it wise not to show yourself carelessly." "A king doesn't carelessly wander about the center, about what? A king doesn't carelessly wander about the center. That's part of a king's, a witch's dignity." In front of Rodolphe, who had boldly tried to escape to the 2nd floor, Belphegor was already standing in the way. It's useless to try and resist or escape. You don't need to think about anything. Just close your eyes. I'll bring everything to a gentle finish. Ooh, new CG. You'd make a good wife. You'd make a good wife. Well, thanks, Rodolphe, I guess. What the fuck? Your husband will be pleased to hear that kind of things, that he comes home tired. To think that you're still relaxed enough to speak such vulgarity at a time like this. Beatrice-sama, thank you for such a good prey. Die! Rodolphe fired first. Uh-oh, but even before that bullet could hit her, Belphegor had already moved behind Rodolphe's back. There she stood, her arm raised above her, a purple trail extending from it. However, even before that arm could decapitate Rodolphe, unbelievably, Rodolphe had swung his gun behind him. The barrel pointed behind his back from the same motion with which he had reloaded the saved-off gun one-handedly. It was pointing right at Belphegor's chest. Tak, clunk, crrr. It was the sound of an ejected empty cartridge finally hitting the wall after the reload. In other words, it meant that the next shot was already fully loaded. Without turning around, his gun pointing right at Belphegor's chest, Rodolphe grinned. Not bad. For a middle-aged man! Jesus Christ, they have better chemistry than most of the characters in this game, okay? Don't look down on a generation that loves westerns, got it? Why is every line of this is so good? Don't look. Yeah. Brad, don't you know Jack Squad about the refinement of a lever action? Okay, this is now 10 times better to watch, while they say that everybody could be killed by a fucking gun. Just like Rudolph, Curie was also confronting Demon's Stake in first floor corridor. What an idiot you are! You should have just escaped with your husband. You do know that that was final farewell just now, right? I mean, you're weak to guns, so shut up. Don't worry, this kind of thing is my husband's specialty. I'm sure he'll come up for me on a white horse soon. Because he'd never fail to come and save me while I'm in trouble. Not even when Asamu-san was around, you see? Hehe. What a happy couple! I envy you. I'm Leviathan the Envious. Envy is itself my power. My anger, my origin. I agree. Envy is the source of a woman's power. And if you call something like that a power, I won't lose to a girl like you. Imagine saying that to one who governs envy. You actually think I'd let you two be reunited? I'll give you a tragic farewell. The arm Leviathan's wank trailed purple. It was a magic blade that cut by the power of malice. Ooh. Ooh, she looks so good! Look at her! Look at her expression, look at the gun! Gun is really well rendered too, but look at her, she looks so nice! She looks kinda hot, to be fair. Even though the magic blade should have been able to cut through the metal like butter, the gun was an extremely high magic resistance! This is awesome. Was able to block the blade as easily as if it were a rolled up newspaper. It's like in Mob, in the end of the first season, where Reagan was like, "Oh, why are you using your plastic sword onto me?" and two cannot break it into. Gives that energy. Rapidly 2 times, 3 times, it blocked all of them. So good, so good. She just blocking it with your fucking gun. So nice. And without missing the opening created with the purple trail took a long swing upwards, Curie kicked Leviathan's stomach with her heel. Almost like she was a lightly dancing feather, Leviathan was knocked away, before the demon's stake feet touched the ground again. Curie had already perfectly captivated Leviathan, who was in mid-air down to the barrel of a gun. From mid-air... I'm sorry. Oh no, that would've... Oh my god. Sorry. From mid-air, the two women who had spoken to each other of envious power met each other's gaze. Can you pull it? The trigger! You know, I can be pretty brutal when my husband isn't around. Ooh. No way any of them would succeed. I would love to see what's happened if both of them succeed, but probably game doesn't let you. I mean, that's story, not a game. Whoa, 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 whoa! Rudolph tumbled down the staircase. He had been gradually chased down by the Belphegor and had been pushed back into its original hall. The predecessor furniture is pretty good. She's lacking in flair, though. Beatrice-sama, it isn't over yet. It's dangerous to show yourself. Could you possibly be Aniki? That used to be my name, but not now, Rudolph. You don't have to tell me. You're going to say you're the Golden Witch, Beatrice, right? How did you know? Since the time Rosa was killed, I had a general idea. Oh, did you? Rosa, forgive me. Forgive me for sending the sister you hated down to hell. Beatrice-sama, look out! Rudolph pointed the unforgiving barrel of his gun at the witch who claimed to be who claimed to have once been his sister. I can read, but Belphegor could not permit that and savagely attacked. But he had a gun. Uh-oh. She spun him, vanished, and got behind him. If he dodged that attack, she got behind him again. She vanished over and over, each time teleporting to Rudolph's blind spot. Just stand behind the wall, Rudolph. In front of the wall? Whatever. It was almost like she was a fairy. As she blinked in and out of vision, Belphegor incessantly drove towards Rudolph. Jesus. That might be kind of fun in their own way. Rudolph, let me leisurely watch and see how long your brave efforts last you. Then a dull tearing sound and Rudolph's cry of anguish intermingled. Rudolph has finally reached too slowly in his dance with a purple trail which pressed upon him, and he had let it slightly cut him on the side. A single wound delayed a single one of his actions. There is another wound that causes a new wound which delayed him from acting again. Uh-oh. Belphegor dance began to swallow Rudolph's whole. Watching Rudolph's body gradually get curved up, his former sister let out a shrill laugh. Leviathan could no longer hide her irritation that Curie was absolutely refusing to allow her to deliver a fatal wound. I really am dense. Among the 7 sisters, I was always the slowest to grow. I was always slow, always weak, always stupid. The inferiority complex became envy, and when I covered that into power, I gained a strength greater than any of the other sisters. It's important to have a moderate inferiority complex when you're a girl. It teaches women about cosmetics and hard work. Uh-huh, as you say. I don't like using limits of my power against mere humans, but I will turn my envy of your ability to completely trust your husband into power. I don't like it. Why are you so relaxed when you're fighting for your life? I wonder. I get it. You fully believe that your husband will definitely come to rescue you and will save you. Isn't it incredible, the trust of yours? It's worthy of my envy. What kind of trust do we sisters have in each other? We sisters are always looking down on each other, trying to thoughtfully lambast each other and turn things from bad to worse. I've always been bullied by my sisters. I've always wanted just one of them to become my ally. So since you have a single ally who can place complete trust in, I feel the strongest envy towards you. That composed expression of total belief in your husband. I can feel the envy giving me power. I might even exceed it. The speed of sound. Leviathan turned yourself into a stake, and the speed of your flight as she attacked was proportional to the strength of your envy. On the day when my sisters looked down on me, I was jealous from the bottom of my heart of the 6 who had grown quickly. I was jealous for 7 days and 7 nights. Behold the power and speed I ultimately gained. Die, Ushiramiya Curie! The demon stake exposed her true form, leaping about at a terrible speed. The noise from her colliding with and bouncing off the wall sounded like a machine gun, but now Curie probably couldn't tell that it was a single stake of a swarm of beetles flying and bouncing around. Leviathan was certain of a greater than 100% chance of victory from the bottom of her heart. Then Curie spoke with an unbelievably calm voice. I was the one who had been going out with Rudolph-san from the very beginning. Asumu-san shamelessly cut in between us and calculatingly got herself pregnant. I don't blame Rudolph-san. That woman manipulated him using her body as a weapon. Curie is not a girl's girl for sure, and turned him into a situation when he was forced to become engaged to her. Asumu-san was carrying Butler-kun, and at the same time, I was also carrying a boy. What? As if fate would have it, our delivery dates were on the same day. And Asumu-san gave birth to Butler-kun, but I was not so lucky. There's something I've thought about. What if Asumu-san had been the unlucky one and I had been the one to give birth? Would Rudolph-san have broken off his engagement and married me? But I couldn't birth a child. So until Asumu-san died, and until I got pregnant with Angie. Ooh. What the fuck? Why did they say it's gonna be good time to fucking info dump us about this shit? Huh? So Butler has a sister. Okay, I'm guessing the sister is gonna be in the story at some point because I did see a lot of fan art of her. But I thought it was another Rosa child and not Butler's sister. Okay, that's great that Butler has a sister. That's funny. Okay, it doesn't want me to click me. Oh, now it does. Good. I thought there's gonna be, you know, kid between here. But no. Okay. I cursed Asumu-san and I was jealous of her. Asumu-san should just die. Sorry? Oops. And then I want him to remarry with me. In my envy, I kept cursing her like that over and over until Asumu-san finally died. I became certain that I possessed the power of magic and that it... What? Another witch? Curie witch? Uh-oh. Sorry, I'm drinking water. I became certain that I possessed the power of magic and that it had become a curse which had killed Asumu-san. But that did not quell the flames of my envy. Don't tell anyone, alright? Every time I look at Butler-kun, I remember that woman. And every time I look at Butler-kun, I think that if only my child had been born, he would be the same age. Oops. I'm still jealous of her, tormented by her. Now and forever, for all eternity. You say that you were jealous of your sister for 7 days and 7 nights? That's right. Uh-oh. Don't make me laugh, you little brat. How could you understand the madness of a woman whose man was stolen from her and who was burned with envy for 18 years? Whoa. Okay. If Levitan's power had 24 hours x 7 days for 168 hours worth of speed, okay? The power that Curie has accumulated was 24 hours in 1 day, 365 days in 1 year for 18 whole years. Even without counting leap year, it has been 157. How would I say this number? Okay. 157,068 hours? Did I do it? I wish I did. Okay. Compared to Levitan's powers and speed, it was more than 938 times greater. Why do I have these problems with numbers? To then, even if Leviathan was soaring at the speed of a sound, 1020... 1225 kilometers an hour. To Curie's eyes, it only looked like one... Oh my god, fuck me. So then, stop doing math in English. So then, those two numbers divided by each other is a speed of 1.30 kilometers an hour. They say that the human's walking speed is 4 kilometers an hour, so if it was ever less than a half of that, almost the same speed as baby crawling on the floor. So then, is Curie gonna win? In until time showed so much she could count all the bits of dust floating through the air, Curie looked the demon stake with pity. She pitied the slowness at which it came towards her. And she lazily raised the barrel of a gun, almost as though she was trying to swallow the demon stake up with a gun barrel. You're completely lacking on both love and envy. Come back when you're older, darling. Jesus Christ, woman. Is Curie gonna win? Really? They allow her to win? That's interesting. Uh-oh. Rudolph, what happened to all the vigor from a couple seconds ago? Uh-oh, Pecora streaming, guys. Pecora streaming. What's Pecora streaming? Let's check real quick. I'm sorry. Did you even log in to my YouTube? It's... Oh, I didn't. But I can just Google Pecora, right? Why do I say Google? The word is search. Pecora language. Pecora. Fashion Dreamer. Why is everybody playing Fashion Dreamer? I recently saw Polka playing Fashion Dreamer. Is it a good game? It's a Switch game. I thought gameplay was like super simple. I could now just watch Pecora. Pecora's thumbnails are so good. What the hell? Okay, stop. I'm sorry. Rudolph, what happened to all this vigor from a couple seconds ago? Ikezukuri is Ikezukuri. It's been served while it's still twitching. After it dies, it isn't interesting in the slightest. That's enough. Why not kill him now and forever? Damn it. I'm surprised you managed to endure this long after being curled up. That's enough. You don't need to think about anything more. I'll steal your life away painlessly. Wait. Do me a favor? In the very end, I want to do one of those. What do you mean, one of those? One of those things that Western made famous. That thing that we pull out back together, walk 3 steps, and then bang? Ah, a duel. Very well. They're so funny! What the fuck? This is such a good dynamic out of nowhere! It's like she just gonna indulge his silliness. This is so good! Ah, a duel. Very well. If that will satisfy your regrets in this world, I'll accept. This is a scheme. Why did she agree? Rudolph raised his wound-colored body and turned his back to her. Belphegor responded and faced his back to his. Belphegor had a sense of integrity that was uncommon in the witch's furniture. Let me warn you. Even if you press the barrel of your gun between my eyebrows, I can teleport even faster than you could pull the trigger and have the bullet reach my skull. Yeah, I'm already feeling that throughout my body. You're faster than a bullet. I have agreed to this out of respect for your courage and challenged me to a duel despite that knowledge. Thank me. You're a person of integrity and a good woman. You might just steal my heart away. Why? Why are they doing this to me? Excuse me, this is so good. Okay, let's get this started. 3 steps is fine? First, 1 step. Ooh! 2 steps? 3 steps. Is that alright? Yep. And since you still haven't noticed after walking 3 whole steps. Looks like I win, girl. What? Rudolph turned away and fired off a bullet. Of course, Belphegor could easily see through the speed and trajectory of a bullet like that. Did he fire it to Eva? It should have been no problem at all to dodge it. But a spray of flesh blood flew about. Belphegor has set up an adequate magical defensive barrier. But before an incarnation of anti-magic power such as bullet, it was completely meaningless. For sure. What are you doing? Did you get hit? The bullet had hit Belphegor right in the chest. The pain from a lead caused her to grimace, as did as the pain from the denial of magic. Forgive me. I'm a coward of a man. What a mood killer. To think that someone who's a furniture to a witch could be defeated by a human. You yourself could be defeated by a human. Know your shame. Worthless. Pathetic. Why don't you just stay sprawled here and die forever? Kuridanki. This girl could have dodged it, but she didn't. She realized that you were in the line of a fire. So this girl of integrity took it without dodging and guarded you. In the very end, she noticed that it was forking the rook of a king. Spectacular! Don't think badly of me. I've planned to accept my fate if you realize while you were taking those 3 steps. Those 3 steps were out of consideration for me. Then I didn't even try to think about it. I was... See... You were a good woman. Go to heaven before me and do your makeup. Whoa! I'll definitely come and tuck you up. Go to heaven before me and do your makeup. Top 10 quotes in umineko, definitely. And 3 quotes before the top 10 is the quotes from their dialogue from before. Just who wrote this? This is amazing. I'll definitely come and tuck you up. As Belphegor slowly fell over, she lost even the power that kept her in the human form, and she turned as fine as gold dust and melted into thin air. At this point, Kuridashten. It seemed that she had defeated her pursuer with her own hands. Can you imagine that fucking set of servants who had magical powers could not defeat all of these people, all of these demons, but a couple with a dream and a bunch of guns could. No way they going away from it. No way, like, Eva Beatrice gonna kill them right now, right here, out of spite or something. But Jesus Christ, it would be really good if they would let him just go away out of here. Where is Hideyoshi? It seems that she had defeated her pursuers with her own hand. As she pointed the barrel of a gun straight at the witch, she ran up to the wound-covered Rudolph. Are you alright? Were you taking someone up just now? Yep, a fine woman. Not much for you, of course. Of course, like, Curie is insane. But your dynamic is not that good. Sorry, not sorry, guys. Oh! Sorry, Aniki. It's checkmate. The 2 of them pinned the witch down with a barrel of the guns. The 2 of them pinned the witch down with a barrel of a gun. This is peak. This is peak, umineko. This is peak. Having so much fun. Worthless furniture. I can't believe they have beaten by human opponents. Worthless. Stupid. Boring. Beatrice-sama, we should retreat from this place. There is no furniture or barrier to guard against bullets here. Or she's not gonna give you a shit. The witch began to let out a muffled laugh. It surprises not only Rodolfo Curie but Renault as well. Because a situation like this, with two guns pointed at her, was no one that could be just be laughed off, even by a witch. But the witch laughed with pleasure. Oh! What the fuck? Is this game like pro guns or something? Well, it's only natural that that'd be impossible for the predecessor worn out furniture. Ouch. Sorry? I have to have new furniture suitable for me. I use them out of obligation, but I've always hated hand-me-downs. As she said that, she looked down at Belphegor's remains, which had turned completely into a pile of cold dust, with disgust. Oh, is she gonna make new people appear? I don't know what you're talking about, but put your damn hands up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody just stand up. Then the witch obediently raised her hands, but instead of raising her hands because the gun being pointed at her, it looked more like she was a conductor facing an orchestra waving her conductor's baton. Baton? 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 Come, arise! Furniture suitable for me! Not the cheap furniture, much stronger ones! Cruel ones! Ooh, she looks cute! Look at Curie, she looks cute! No funny stuff! I'll pull the trigger! Like, you should have already pulled the trigger, guys. New characters? I mean, I'm up for the new characters. Oh, I'm not up for the new characters. I need to make them new voices. In response to the witch's call, the hall was once again buried in the color of gold. It was a wild dance of brilliantly radiant gold butterflies, and felt as though they had been swallowed up by an ocean of gold leaves. Renault was left shocked at the upsurge in magic power. That was because it far surpassed even that of a former master. As their eyes were dazed amidst the golden brilliance, a gunshot could be heard. Either Rodolphe or Curie has fired a round. Good one? She's so smug. And after the golden glow was subsided, there was a witch, looking at least cool and composed. The bullet? Curie had definitely fired into her, but it was not embedded anywhere in witch's body. There it was. The bullet was fastened in mid-air, right in front of the witch's chest. A bulletproof barrier. A barrier which took even her predecessor a significant amount of preparation. In an instant, Renault's face was by now twisted in shock. And she, surprised, did not stop here. The group of gold butterflies created two humanoid forms. Huh? It was furniture summoning. Why does it look like idols? Oh, they're bunny girls! The butterflies peeled off and flew away, and beneath them, furniture of a shape of girls showed themselves. Oh, she's into bunny girls, just like me. What is this Kill la Kill uniform? Excuse you? This is like Ryoko Matoi plus the pink-haired girl from Kill la Kill uniforms were merged together. Actually pretty good. The butterflies peeled off and flew away, and beneath them, furniture in the shape of girls showed themselves. The Chester sister troops. Even the predecessor was unable to summon the Pendragon's memorial troops on a moment's notice, and so easily. Chester 410 right here. She has goofy voice. Chester 45 right here. You two are suitable for furniture for me, right? From reading you a picture book to going on a friendship date to shooting down a meteorite, we'll take care of anything, hee. If we don't take care of it, the Dragonkin will get mad at us. Please, your order, great Lady Beatrice. Okay, those voices are so dumb. I'm sticking with them. Rodolphe-san, can't wait to forget it the next time two of those gonna appear. Rodolphe-san, let's run. These guys are no good. Sure. Thanks to the same feeling that had alerted her to the ambush by Seven Sisters of Purgatory, Kiri, clearly hearing warning sirens going off in her head, almost resembling screams. Without hesitation, they ran. But as the witch elegantly watched them leave, she ordered new furniture. This is an order. Kill the two who ran away and bring the corpses back here. Then I'll bring them back to life and play with them over and over. The witch's expression twisted with an evil smile. Even though she feared the expression, Lucifer appeared and spoke. Well, my apologies. The predecessor said to avoid brutal action of that. When the witch stared at her with those terrifying eyes, Lucifer was stuck dumb. She was unsatisfied. She was bored of not being able to let her own power and her own cruelty run wild. Irritating by predecessor furniture telling her how to act and restrain, her discontent was in its peak. Oh, it's Lucifer-san was proud. Long time no see, nya. How you doing? Let's play together again sometime. Hehe. Oh, F4110, you wasn't chat. You'll get in trouble. Let's carry out the great Lady Beatrice's orders at once. Hehe. Look like we're in a job right now, nya. Boot... Tap? What? Do I have a mirror near me? I have. Oh, I have. Booted firing guidance system. Okay, I read it through the mirror. For 110, understood. Preparing for sniping pursuit combat. Are they some mecha girls? Collecting terrain data, collecting firing data. Data linked to 410s. Or are they like ship girls or something? 410 data received. Target acquired. Correction for terrain. Forming firing curve. Control powers adjust. That's a link to 45. 45 data received. Checking danger zone. Danger zone? Ah, not here. You're in way behind us, Lucifer-chan. So get roasted in the backfire, you know? Oh. The Chester sisters, through their mutual measurements, were able to instantly calculate the terrain inside the mansion and the coordinates of their target, as well as firing curve to reach them. Yes, the shots could be guided to draw a curved line. No one could be able to escape it. The predecessor forming ability of the several Sisters of Purgatory was nothing more than a cheap vision of the ability these two held. Oh, they're bunny girls! Yup. 45, firing preparation complete. Almost select, now loading. The two of them faced each other, and as though they were bows pulling back a bowstring together. There, a dazzling golden arrow was readied. For 10, firing! After they proclaimed that they were firing together, they released a single arrow. As the curve taken by the gold sparkling snake of light drew a trail, it headed in the direction Rodolphe and Curie had run in rapid pursuit. It turned through the corridor, crawled over the floor, chasing them as it drew a beautiful curve. No one could block the Chester sisters' homing projectiles. Excuse you? No one could escape them, and their strength could pierce all physical and magical defenses. It was all too merciless guided weapon to certain death. However, among mystical class soldiers, it was a weapon used by pretty much everyone. It was very commonplace for them, and very extraordinary for those of the everyday world? What a... When he noticed something rapidly chasing them and turned around, Rodolfo shot straight through the location of his heart by the gold snake. It all happened in an instant. Rodolphe-san? After the gold snake ran Rudolph through, it swooped down on the floor, drawing in a beautiful spiral, coiled itself through Curie's legs, and crawled up to her chest. Bunnies who literally using snakes to fight? Really on board? And just like Rudolph, it shot straight through the location of your heart. And all of that too happened in an instant. It impaled Rudolph and it impaled Curie. So they died at almost the same time, dropping on their knees at the same time, and fell over at the same time. What is this? So overwhelming. That was ridiculously easy, wasn't it? This is the kind of furniture I need. Way different from my predecessor's second-hand furniture. Come on, bring their corpses here. I'll keep reviving them until I'm bored and try killing them in the most brutal ways I can think of. To think that being a witch could be so much fun. That taking a life could be so much fun. The most stunned action to take for someone born as a human is a murder of another human. Is it? It's only natural for a human not to understand how pleasurable it is to break this taboo. Is it? Is it though? Is it that good, guys? I don't think so. But she was no longer a human. She was a witch. And there were some pleasures that only witches can understand. By now, she was tested some pleasures and was totally immersed in them. After learning that the contents of the forbidden pot were honey, she could no longer live without it. No, maybe the content were honey because they were forbidden. In any case, the act of killing humans gruesomely and doing it over and over and over was by now giving her a drug-like pleasure. As the witch rolled over laughing, the gold snake, which had been just fired, returned as though being hauled back in. The two was stitched at the tip and being dragged along. The witch's order has been carried out. Rodolphe and Curie had been killed instantly. Their bodies can be carried back. Chester 45, 410, execution of order completed. We wait for your next order, great Lady Beatrice. Please, your order. From babysitting to playing you in online multiplayer to shooting down a space shuttle, it will take care of everything. Hee. These two are apparently the sacrifices for the fourth Twilight and the fifth Twilight, so in the end, I need those worthless 7 sisters. Oh, I guess there are 5 sisters now. Oh shit, they are now! Can you resurrect them? I need those girls to pierce a gorge, the forehead, and the chest. But I can do that at the very end, and I'm free to play in any way until then, right? Wait. Have you already forgotten what I told you? Oh, it's you, predecessor-sama. Do you have any complaints? Oh, of course I do. You are doing as you please, are you not? Why can't you follow my directions? What's wrong with doing what I please, predecessor-sama? And I haven't got the slightest desire to deviate from the rules of a ritual. I'll make sure to clean those 2 corpses up later and divide stakes into their forehead and chest. I'm telling you, that's not the problem. If you act so dignified and cruel, so people might take it badly. You mean your opponent in this game, who I heard you were fighting with? What? Who I heard you were fighting with somewhere? Renaud told me. Curse that bubble mouth. Bubble mouth? Well, to be perfectly honest, that's how it is. I had a complaint, it is a little too much, you see? It's not like there is any need for them to tell you to pass it out instead of objecting directly to me. That person is a coward. Well, that person is a resident of, a different world from this one, you see? There is no choice but to use me as an intermediary. Well, anyways, the point is... Which means that the person can interact with me even if they wanted to. And I can't interact with them even if I wanted to either. Am I correct in understanding that this is an unrelated person from a world that's far away? by analogy, perhaps you could say those words are like two very close parallel lines. The words are very nearby, but since they are parallel lines, they will never cross. For the time being, you may view that world in such manner. They never cross, which means I don't give a fuck. That words has nothing to do with me. If you tell me that on behalf of this person to show some restraints, please pass this message on to them. A message? What should I say? Fuck you. Go and die. It's none of your business, so screw off, you old hog. Why don't you just give up and die forever? What? Oh, I'm sorry. Since it was a friend of yours, I'm just imagining she's being a woman. My old hog, I'm definitely not talking about you, predecessor Sama, so please forgive me. When she spoke, the witch was looking straight into Beata's eyes. Anyone in the place would be figured out by just looking at it. Predecessor Sama, there's something I find very strange. Why do you have to play a game with a person from another world and have them accept that you are a witch? Well, about that. It's because making all humans accept the existence of a witch is related to perfect control. There is a single holdout, you see, and he just won't accept me as a witch. Why is it that you need that human approval? Witches are witches, and they use magic. Why do you need a human acknowledgement for this? Well, like I said earlier, that which is called magic. That which is called magic is... I am a witch. I can use magic without anyone's approval in particular, so... what's your point? In this world, right? However, since he will not accept it, how should I explain it? I don't need an explanation. After all, this is all about a different world that would never cross this one, right? In other words, it's just as though that world doesn't exist. Whether you're fighting in a game in another world, or talking about your delusions, that doesn't change anything. I'll say it again. It has nothing to do with me, and I am already a witch. Predecessor Sama, somehow or another, it seems that you can't become a witch as long as this person doesn't accept you, but I am different. I'm built different? Even though no one has accepted me, I am already an excellent witch. Since you are my predecessor, I will formally pay you respect, but this is out of a goodwill, not of a duty. I do not seek your advice anymore, and I understand clearly that I should do... And I understand clearly what I should do now and how I should play from now on. So we'll carry out the ceremonial murder of the 13 people as a final act of respect for you. However, as for the methods I use, and what I do after that, there is absolutely no reason I should be lectured by you on those. Therefore, I'll be counting on you in this regard. I need water. At a glance, those words seemed obedient, but they contained within them a clear parting of ways. They were saying, as clear as it could be, fuck off and die. I have no more reason to rely on you, so don't get in the way for my fun. Beata understood that and was dejected, realizing that no matter how she explained it, she wouldn't be able to make the witch understand. Ah, I see. Then it's no longer my problem. Go and learn firsthand how magic ceases to exist when you lose your feeling of respect for it. This carefree rampage of yours up until now, I would dearly like to hear how it can be called respect. After hearing that, Beata could not respond, because she remembered hearing exactly the same thing from her master. So, Chester sisters? My predecessor is just leaving. Please see her off. Hehe. Predecessor Sama, please retire from this place. If you don't, we'll be scolded. Scolded? Throughout her body, Beata felt something invisible in the Chester sister's eyes. I can't remember how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. How to read it. Which could only be described as an oppressive feeling. Most likely, they were initiating firing calculations. It was an action much like taking out a gun and cocking it. Even Beata could not escape from Chester sister's attack without any preparation. In the past, she had placed her greatest trust in them, so she knew down to her very soul how terrifying they were. Predecessor-sama, if you would retire, I would not recommend damaging Beatrice-sama's mood any further. Predecessor-sama... Oh, alright, I shall now take my leave. I shall take my time appreciating the circumstances you will put yourself in. Wrong voice. That was as close as you get to a loser's last resort. So after Beata hid herself, the witch in the furniture fell over laughing. Well, I understand. Endless power is fun. The joy of thrilling toying with the life, the epitome of furniture thing, cannot be explained to those who have not tasted it. I can understand the feeling of being possessed with pleasure. It must have been quite fun, judging from your antics in the past. Are you saying that it's not how you used to admonish me in the past, Master, and I did not listen? Why is it that you have started trying to scold the child for her actions? Well... There is a single large difference between you and the child. That child may already be a witch. Of course, you are also a witch, in a world on top of the same board. However, to be accepted as a witch outside the game board, you need to have the opponent in this game, Butler-kun, accept you. You must have understood that when you started the game. I thought that if I could show off and whirl windwear of proof that I'm a witch, blow away his feelings that made him deny me and break him completely, he would accept me as a witch. It all went my last time, so I thought it was just a breath away. It all went my way last time, so it was just a breath away. It's actually the opposite. Butler-kun was shocked by your brutality, and the reason he stepped up as your opponent was not because he accepted you as an equal opponent. It was based on a strong animosity, as he tried to completely deny the existence of a brutal witch. In your foolishness, you probably felt that Butler-kun, considering himself as your opponent, was a step forwards making him accept that you are a witch. However, it was actually the exact opposite. Butler-kun changed you in the game because he definitely would not accept you as a witch. No matter how much the thoughtless Norse wind blew, the devil only wore his cloak even tighter. You were committing a huge error from the very beginning. This game is not torture to break Butler-kun. It is a test in which you must work hard to make Butler-kun accept you. I vaguely, realized that. Last time it was a tough game for Butler-kun, but it seems that you've already noticed. This time, the game is tough for you. Well, what should I do from now on? Think about it yourself. Fortunately, you have already abandoned being a piece on the game board. Relegated things to the new witch. You should have time to deliberately ponder upon yourself. But Butler's already a big ball of hostility. He won't accept witches and he won't accept me. In that case, how do I make Butler accept me then? Are you saying that if the North Wind doesn't work, then I should shine on him as the sun from now on? Shoot, after all this time? It is October now, the Halloween season. It's November actually. It is the motion of rebirth when the sign dies and is revived again. When the sun is weak after reviving, it may pale in comparison to the cold winter winds. However, it slowly grows and is eventually able to hail the coming of spring. At that time, the traveler may even fold up his cloak. So you say that I am mistaken? The beautiful hall of the Shrimia mansion was covered in gold, glow golden like a gold leaf, and stained deep red with thick spots of blood. The number of deaths given to Rodolphe and Curie has no longer surpassed anything you could count on both your fingers and your toes. The witch was breathing so hard your shoulders shook, but it wasn't because she was tired. She just couldn't hide the rugged breathing caused by her still uncontainable excitement. How fun it is to do as they will with the life and death of people. Before the power of the endless witch, every one of the infinites I paint with my mind becomes reality. No matter how sloppy I mash them, I can revive them, returning them to normal with just a snap of my fingers. Because in the end, I just have to return the corpses to normal and make a token show of following the epitaph. Hey, you guys. Have you even sliced a stuffed animal's stomach open? Oh, I did. Never, hee. What about you, 45? No, I've never done it. My apologies. Of course not. Normally, you wouldn't. Especially not if it was a stuffed animal you liked. But I've always thought about it. I wonder what was packed inside the fluffy stuffed animal that I loved so much. And always thought I'd like to peek inside one day. If you cut it and looked inside, your curiosity might be quelled, but the stuffed animal would be broken. You can sew it together. So even though you want to see, you can't. You understand that feeling, right? I'm hicking. Why am I hicking? Can you hear her gulp my water? Weird, I'm sorry. The power of endless witch can grant exactly what I wish. As I am now, I can slice the stuffed animal as I want. And yet, with a bit of magic, I can revive it back to normal. In other words, it means that I have broken all limitations in this world. As I am now, I don't have to hesitate, refrain, or anything of the sort. The joy. There's probably no one who can understand it. No one other than me, the endless witch. I actually cut off stomachs of a stuffed animal when I was a child. I also sewed some... I also, made animals out of fabric so I could sew them back together, so it's fine. And I understand the feeling, I guess. As the witch let out a forked cry, she revived Rodolphe and Curie again. And faster than they could realize it, she killed them right away. What's the point if they don't feel anything? She made it know that something other than cotton was stuffed inside those two. Give it a rest, Eva. Huh? Ah, you're here. In that hall of strategy, Hideyoshi showed himself, his gun readied. The witch had sealed the mansion with a barrier, so Hideyoshi had nowhere to run. He had probably picked up Rodolphe's or Curie guns and come back. It seemed that the gun, which should have been something to be feared, was no longer an object she took seriously now that she was overflowing with magic power. Her bold expression didn't flinch in the slightest. Why'd you have to kill Rosa-san and Maria-chan, and Rodolphe-kun and Curie-san? Huh? I'm the head of the Oshiramiya family and the Witch of Rokujima. I am free to start whether I like on this island. Just isolating this one instant and asking about their lives and deaths within it is meaningless to me. Hideyoshi was stuck speechless, but said all too colorless response from the witch. Could someone's personality change so much just by fighting Kinza's gold? Was everybody already was aware that she find the gold? Why everybody already knew it? What the fuck? Just how high that gold piled? Can't even imagine it. It must have been enough to make you lose your sanity. Still, if there was that much gold, why didn't you think of graciously splitting it up? You misunderstand. All of this belongs to the Golden Witch. No one is qualified to touch it except for me. What are you? Are you trying to say that you're the thing Eva told me about long ago? The witch Eva from when she was young? That's right. I am me in my youth, who was always living in the heart of your wife, Ushiramiya Eva. And I am the witch. Eva became an adult by forgetting me, so she can use magic. Everyone fills their head with something... What the fuck? Everyone fills their heads sometimes with innocent yet cruel fantasies as kids. Even me, when I was young, I'd sometimes go around stepping on ants and pulling the wings of dragonflies. You can cut a dragonfly to put its wings out? What the fuck? This is impressive. Dragonflies are super hard to cut. But you learn the importance of life and grow out of a cruel childhood age. Nah. Right now, you really are a child, you know? A personality that Eva should have outgrown. That's not Eva, it's a different human. That's right, I'm not the Shiramiya Eva. I'm the Golden Witch, Beatrice. It's so fun not being bothered by any limitations, and the pleasure of being able to do as I wish with life and death is truly wonderful. I don't have to apologize for breaking the goldfish bowl, and I can tear the stuffed animal as much as I want. A dry sound. It was the sound of Hideyoshi slapping the witch's face. By looking at the hole stained deep red with the fresh blood, he should have been able to imagine how terrible the witch was. But without fear, without even hesitating, Hideyoshi had walked determinedly up to her and hit her on the cheek. Huh? Hold on. Huh? Yep. You dolt! What the fuck is dolt? Don't act like you're cruel. Not when you're really covered in a weakling. I'll keep you straight and narrow, you wicked woman. You Dumbo. What the fuck? Need fit? Ow! Ouch! Hey! Cut his hands, Beatrice. You used to be a woman who understood how important, how fragile life is. I'll knock some sense back into you. What's all this about witches? What a lot of crock. You're my wife, Ushiramiya Eva, a witch of a kitchen. Yikes. Thoughtfully wiping up snacks from leftovers in the fridge, that's the only witch you are. Open your eyes, you blundering dolt. Didn't I just say that I'm not Ushiramiya Eva? That's horse crap. You! As tears dripped down his face, Hiroshi kept hitting the witch's head. Come on, Beatrice, do something with it. He wasn't even pointing the gun at her anymore. So, that sound of gunfire couldn't have come from the gun Hideyoshi was holding. The gun, which had fallen in the corner near Rodolphe's body, was floating in the air, and smoke lingered near the barrel. And the bullet? A red stain was slowly spreading across the chest of Hideyoshi's vest. Even though his back was facing the barrel of a gun, the bullet was embedded in Hideyoshi's chest. Eva... I told you, I am not Eva. What a stupid, annoying man. You're a pain, so I switched the sacrifices for the sixth twilight with you. If you just stayed hidden under a bed quivering or something, I'd planned to let you go. You deliberately came back. You really are a stupid man. There was a dull sound as Hideyoshi fell on the floor. Even though he would be able to escape with pain by dying, he rested that until the last second, staring straight into the witch's eyes, he passed away. Because he had died without closing his eyes for a short while, the witch didn't realize that he was dead, and she remained pinned down by the gaze. We'll make this one a new toy and play. Hehe. At those words, the witch finally realized that he or she was dead. Right. What will do? The Chester sisters waited for instructions. On the inside, they imagined an order even more brutal than before from their master. But the expression that rose to the witch's face looked as though she had gotten over her excitement. She looked down at Hiroshi's face, which still had tears dripping down. This guy totally ruined my mood. Yeah, I'm done. Renaud, you here? Yes, right here? Clean up, please. My predecessor will be annoying. Please make it clean enough so that that old hog will accept it, and I guess I will follow the rules of the ritual, out of responsibility to my predecessor. Please make these 3 corpses our 4th twilight through the 6th twilight. Lucifer, you're up. Lucifer's about right here. Dig into these corpses and guard them. Into corpses? That's right. You have a problem with that? No. The 7 Sisters of Purgatory had a modest sense of pride. It was the pride of a hunter, the pride of a gorging prey that had been brought down themselves. However, being told to gorge a corpse was something... Being told to gorge a corpse that someone else had brought down ran contrary to the feeling. Of course, that was not the witch's intentions, but for the 7 Sisters, it was horribly humiliating. However, they had already messed up, with 2 of the sisters defeated, so they had no rights to question her. Only Renaud appreciated that, and he rested the hand on his shoulders in understanding. It is Beatrice's house order. Lucifer, why am my nose blocked now? Fucking hate, man. I fucking hate, man. Sorry, it came out of nowhere. And then probably made me sick. Freaking man. Can you imagine that you were told, like, oh my god, I'm getting sick, and you're telling a person, can you take care of yourself and not, like, walk around that much and, you know, go into some sort of quarantine, and they're like, nope, I can't. And now I'm sick. Cool. I'm so happy because I have so much free time to be sick. I hate living life. Sorry. It is Beatrice's summer order, Lucifer. Carry the 3 and deal with them according to the protocol of the ritual. Then when you're done, lend me a hand with the cleanup. Certainly. The witch looked down upon the Hideyoshi's corpse as though implying that this somehow weird atmosphere was all Hideyoshi's fault. Stupid man. You didn't even have to die. Honey! Honey, where are you? You're here, right? Answer me! The loud sound of a thunderbolt woke Eva from her nightmare. If Yoshi had been gripping her hand all this time, her fearful heart would probably have been instantly healed. However, Hideyoshi, who had sworn that he wouldn't leave even for a moment, was nowhere to be seen in this room. Honey, answer me! Honey! Oh. Good one. 30 minutes had already passed since Rudolph's group has been left the guest house. By any measure, their return was too late, and Kraus and Natsuki, who were waiting by the entrance, were by now about as restless as they could stand. The chain was set in the door. That was a precaution in the event that Rudolph's group was attacked and the master key was stolen from them. For that reason, they needed to wait by the entrance like this for the others to return. They really are taking too long. You don't think something happened to them? Kraus glanced between the clock and the door, struggling to frank composure. If by some chance they were not to return. A terrible thought, but it looks as though we should ready ourselves for that possibility. It really was reckless, after all. That's what I said. Why did they go outside when they knew that this was dangerous? How foolish! Why go outside even though Rosa-sama had just been attacked? Nothing will come from saying that now. In any event, there are now 3 adults in the guest house. Me, you, and Eva, who's asleep with a high fever. At that time, there was a forceful sound from the hallway of a door being opened and Eva's shrieking voice. The voice kept calling Hideyoshi's name. It seems as though the high fever has been giving her a bad dream or something, and now she was calling her husband's name. Eva-san, what is it? Are you alright? Where is my husband? My husband isn't here. He promised that he'd stay with me the whole time. He promised that he'd hold my hand the whole time. Kraus was taken aback by the attitude of hers, which she had never shown in front of him before, but Natsuki understood the feeling. Calm down. Ryoshi-san is with Rodolphe-san and Kiri-san, and they're outside right now. Or she's gonna be mad. Outside? Why? He promised that he'd stay with me the whole time. Why did he go outside? You mustn't go outside. The witch is outside. You mustn't go. You'll be killed. Eva, calm yourself. Hiroshi-san is back in the mansion with Rodolphe and Kiri-san. Why did he have to go to the mansion? Why did you let him go outside when it's safe in here? Why did he go back to the mansion? They want to get enough food to last until tomorrow. Hiroshi-san was worried about your health, and he told us so. When will they come back? When will they come back? He can't go outside, not in the rose garden, not to the mansion. The witch is here, the golden witch is walking around. If she finds him, he'll kill him. He'll definitely be killed. When will my husband come back? They left 30 minutes ago. We are waiting for their return. 30 minutes? That makes no sense. Why wouldn't it take me so much to go to the mansion, get food, and come back? And why are you two just standing around here? We have to go get him. Quick, we have to go to where he is. Eva probably had quite a nightmare. And after waking up and discovering that it still wasn't over, she could no longer hide her confusion. Natsuki tried calming her down, but it only made Eva's emotion explode all the more. Maybe they heard the disturbance. The lobby door opened slightly, and the butler and his kids, who should have been upstairs, poked their faces out. Kraus, Natsuki, Eva, and butler George, Jessica, Nanja. Everyone in the guest house was gathered by the entrance and understood the current situation. I agree with Mother. We should go check on Fathers and the other. Yeah, you're right. There's also the chance that their load is too heavy and they're having trouble carrying it. They should welcome some extra hands. Rosa-san was attacked not long ago. There's a possibility that this is a second disaster. We should act without caution here and... Don't be ridiculous! Act with caution and what? Are you saying we should stand by and let my husband die when he might be praying for help? I'm going to look. The cowards, you stay here. Looking agitated, Eva raised her gun. Judging by her expression, it would be useless for anyone to try to stop her. George, who realized at first, raised his head. I'll go too. You will too, right, Butler-kun? The more people, the better. Sure. Auntie Eva, we'll be coming if you tell us not to. I'm coming too. I'll be damned if I'm gonna be the only one hiding where it's safe. Jessica, you mustn't go outside. You are to stay here with me. Do you understand? She was essentially implying that those 3 had already been killed anyway, so it was pointless to go outside. Natsuki also realized that she had made a deep gorge in Eva's heart, but she said those words strongly as Jessica's mother. You're right. That would probably be the best. Nissan, you and your family keep watch over the guest house. This is my family and Butler's-kun family problem, and I wonder if Dr. Nanja would come too, just in case of the worst. I don't have any water anymore. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. In the hall of the mansion, Butler, Eva, George, and Nanja found the bodies of Rudolph, Kiri, and Hideyoshi. The first twilight through the sixth twilight? Then the corpses were pierced through the forehead, chest, and stomach with those demon stakes? Yes. Into Rudolph's forehead, into Hideyoshi's chest, and into Kiri's stomach, one demon stake buried into each. The closing of all three was disordered, and because of this, it is though that they had been fighting or running away. Since the three bodies was not found right next to each other, it is hypothesized that after coming into contact with the culprit, they attempted some sort of resistance. With stakes in the forehead, chest, and stomach. Horrible, just like usual. Even though Runyov knew it would be superfluous, he thought that maybe he would tell Butler. In actuality, the witch had killed them in a much more horrible way. Beato had advised that the witch to restrain herself, which is why the corpses had been left so undamaged. The new and brutal witch, thinking that all she needed to do was to get gorged with a stake part right, might even have just stuck a stake into a lump of meat that wasn't even shaped like a human. Rosa and Maria's corpses would probably have been especially striking. If they had been killed as the Golden Witch wished, just how gruesome would the explosion corpses have been? Beato had changed that into kind of killing that Butler would have called still better. Oh, did Beato change all of this? Okay, that's nice of her to do. Okay, I'm predicting another fucking 2-hour stream. Great. Oh, maybe I'm gonna be live tomorrow though. Should I take a break? I really want to pee and pour more water. Okay, let's take a break. I'm gonna be quick. Pam pam. Okay, we're fine. Oh, I so don't wanna get sick. Holy shit. I have projects to finish this month. This is so unfair. God. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray to not to get sick. Or something. I don't know. Nothing probably can help me. I already feel weird. Oh. Plus, if I'm sick, I couldn't stream if I could. Okay, we for sure need to stream tomorrow if I had a possibility. Okay, what if I stream tomorrow? Can I have... oops, I'm sorry. Can I have a calendar, please? Now I can. So, if I stream tomorrow, the next time I'm gonna stream is on Wednesday. Ew. Okay, maybe if I had 4 days, I could get not sick through all of them. I had weekends. I have weekends, 11 and 12, and then 13, 14 to become healthy again. Maybe it's gonna be enough time. Oh God, I actually hope I don't get sick. That's unfair. Okay. Why is umineko not giving me any sound, or is one of my headphones just doesn't work? Oh, what the fuck? Why is one of my headphones doesn't work? It's weird. Okay, I'm so ready to read again. Wanted to have Beatrice's small bit of thoughtfulness appreciated. He thought of telling Butler about that. But for Butler, that might do more harm than good. To humans, the gap between being alive and being dead is very large. Okay? To ask for Beatrice's feelings to be accommodated on the grounds that she had changed it to a better way of dying might have made it possible for a demon to pardon her, but there was no way it would work the same way for a human. Understanding this, Renov remained silent, even though he knew of Beatrice's modest efforts. Just like usual, let's start by checking whether the corpses are dead. Renov, please declare it in red. Hey, can you hear me? Please, declare it in red. This is a repetition request. Rudolph, Kirin, Hideyoshi are dead. My apologies. Allow me to decline from repeating that. What? That's so sudden. What are you planning? By now, proclaiming the death of a victim in red was almost a given in a battle. Refusing to do that was almost like losing by default. So when Renov declined as his first move, Butler was dumbfounded. My apologies. I hereby humbly relinquish my sight to be Milady's agent. Accordingly, I cannot repeat that in red. The only one qualified to repeat that is Milady. Oh, it's a trick! It is a valid point. Renov is but an agent for Beata's side. If Renov steps down from the position of an agent and Butler could not accept Beata as an opponent, a new agent must be created. There is no new agent. Please, Butler-sama. Please accept Milady as your game partner once more. Sorry, but that's not happening. I definitely won't accept that unpleasant, ruthless bitch as my opponent. Refusing to accept that is the reason I want to abandon this game. Regarding your point about Milady's being unpleasant, I apologize in your stead. I shall obtain Milady's pledge that she will not take a pleasant action again. Yeah, right. Butler-kun, I also apologize as a child's master. I will give her as throughout talking to, so would you please forgive her just this once? Hey, quit that. You're making it sound like I'm a bad guy. And no matter how much you guys apologize, it won't reach my ears. If Beata can say that from your own mouth, well, it's not like I'm gonna listen to her. Alright. If that is the only condition under which you will accept the child again, then let's have her apologize. Renaud, call for the child. Is that alright, Butler-kun? Do whatever you want. But don't accept me to forgive you. Jesus Christ! They're so good at this? They're so good at communication all of a sudden? This is really fun. I mean, it's not as fun as Rodolphe and how's her name? Ooh, bunnies are here. Belphegor, Rodolphe and Belphegor shoot out, but it's still pretty fun. Okay, let's read the bunny thing. Chester 45. Chesta 45. A weapon in a contract with Beatrice. 45 has an extremely meticulous and timid personality and is fairly paranoid. Hot. For that reason, she compensates well for the weakness for tense slapdash personality when they work as a pair, cannot bear silence, and even becomes emotionally unstable unless she's constantly being given orders. Oh, she's a psychopath. Hell yeah. 45 excels in enemy search and being decisive. The sister's battle power is doubted by her support. Chester 410. Chesta 410. A weapon in a contract with Beatrice. 410 is a kid with character who has a unique and a brazen way of speaking. Her hobby is teasing serious and polite people, which is why she likes 45 and Lucifer. Lucifer? Ooh. Toxic cutie? Roughly spoken, but loves company and easily succumbs to loneliness. Gets depressed unless there is someone constantly giving her attention. Okay. Photon excels in fire and control, and even in close range combat, exhibiting its battle power that is second to none. What are those ship girls? The upper part of their outfit is cool and hot as hell, but the lower part is so bad. Like, what is this? What is this? I mean, it's supposed to be... Oh my god. Are they literally kind of like dressed like me? It's supposed to be a bunny suit with something, right? Because they're bunnies? Or because all of them were kind of like a bunny suits? Okay. Whoa. Literally me. Do whatever you want, but don't expect me to forgive her. Go on, call for this irritating wretch. You have my thanks, Butler-sama. I will call her now. My lady, Butler-sama is calling for you. Whatever face she's gonna make? Ooh. Tsundere face. After a few heartbeats, gold butterflies gathered together in mid-air and created Beata's form. It was much more docile. Am I reading this word right? Than the way she appeared before now. Did you call her now? I believe you heard. Is there anything you have to say from your own mouth? Oh my god, I love this so much. Like, come on, Beatrice, say it! It looked as though Beatrice shrunk slightly in the butler's cold gaze. Several times Beata made an effort to get the words out of her mouth, but that didn't work so well, and she was just as awkward as someone trying to light a match during a freezing winter with frozen hands. Even as she did that, the game board was proceeding. In the hall, they had just found the bodies of the new victims and had broken down crying. Uh-oh, this is a bad time to go in. To get back into the game. Oh, fuck. Dad. Ouch. I have something into my eye. Hold out. Cutie-san. Oh, honey. Mother, stay strong. You're not the only one who's crushed and sad. What the fuck? Thanks, child. Thanks for the support. They probably died instantly. Even if we had arrived immediately after they fell, I'm sure that would have been too late. No, it wouldn't. You would definitely have been alive. His chest was stabbed with this thing. My husband must have died in extreme pain. If we had come faster, he would have been saved. I just know it. Buttercun, I know it's horrible, but you have to stay strong. Shut up, George. I'm fine. I really am, Aniki. Let me cry just a little bit longer. Compared to you people, this is nothing. I should be at least sad. What do you mean? Two of your parents are dead. What? So if you let me cry just a little longer, I'll be fine. That isn't true. I can understand how much it must be hurting your heart to have lost both parents. I still have my mother. I've got it much better than you, Buttercun. This is not a talk about who have it worse. Can you not understand it? Why are they doing this? You're so sad. No, you haven't. You have it worse, Georgianki. I understand, Aniki. Out of all of us, you're the most devastated and the most in pain. I know that. So I can't keep sniveling like this. Why do you say that? To me, Dad and Kiryu-san were people I'd eventually part when I became an independent adult. Since their parents, it's fated that they die before the children. It's just that it's happened a little early. But it's not like that for you, Aniki. You didn't lose a parent you'd part up with eventually. You also lost someone you should have lived your whole life with. You lost Shanchan as well. Uh-oh, Ivan's not gonna be happy hearing that. It's not like human lives have different weights. Whether it's baby or an old person, they're all just as precious. But still, the longer the lives they had in front of them, the longer the future you have built together, the sadder their death is. Is it? Aiki, you were engaged to Shannon-chan, weren't you? You are gonna be so bad. You promised that you build a life and a home together in the future, didn't you? Compared to how huge that future was, compared to how huge that happiness was, my pain doesn't even come close. No one will blame you for crying so much more. And yet, just because you're like a big brother to us cousins, you force yourself to act like everything's all okay. Stop it, Buttercun. She was trying to make a calm smile. But he couldn't any longer stop a single hot tear from leaving a streak down his face. How could he possibly not be sad? I think of Shannon and all the futures we imagined together. We talked of so many dreams. The 100 years of human lives would never been enough to make them all come true. Of those dreams, not even the very first one, having him move into my family register, we couldn't even have that. So how could I possibly not be sad? Compared to that, like I said, I have no right to cry anymore. Oh my god! Just shut up! Have a little compassion to each other, just cry. You lost all of your parents! You losers. When you're holding back, Aniki, what right do I have to shed any more tears? None of you holding back! What is this charade? We are the same. Both of us feel the exact same sadness from losing the loved ones. There is nothing saying you don't have the right to cry compared to me. And there is nothing saying I have to hold back my tears any longer either. Okay, good decision? Aniki! Oh... Shan and I always talked about the future together. And now she's dead. And my dad, he's dead too. It hurts. It really hurts. As Butler and George tightly hug each other, they cried a waterfall of tears over each other's shoulders for those people important to them. Do you understand why I said that George Yankee is in the most pain? I was listening. Hold on. Why? Oh. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out why one of my headphones doesn't work. It's something here. Ooh, it is something here. Okay, now I can hear music. I was listening, so I understand. The sadness is proportional to the length of the time that we have been spent together in our lives after that. Of course, you can't calculate it just like that, though. We humans aren't like you witches. We have a finite time. We are alive to the moment we die, and we live it with our utmost strength. I can't forgive anyone who makes light of that. Never mind someone who sneers at it and toys with it. A person like you, whose very concept of death is all screwed up, probably can't understand that. It isn't the length of time that we're afterwards. Sneering at the lives of people living with all their strength. That's what I can't forgive the most. George Yankee has gone through his life hell-bent on doing his best. He must have shown up today with heroic determination in order that we could marry Shannon-chan. It's completely different from me, a guy who is just feeling happy to be able to meet his cousins again for the first time in ages. But still, Beata, for now stay silent and listen. In a way, I do understand where you're coming from. You say that you need to continue murdering accounting to this weird epitaph for your own resurrection. So if I keep the circumstances of your position in mind, I can just barely understand you murderers. Because of you, that is a necessary action. In that case, our further unnecessary action are your own meaningless cruel hobby. In other words, if killing 6 people for the first twilight is a necessary action for you, all that show of crushing their faces and spitting their stomachs and stuffing them full of sweets is your own completely unnecessary preference for cruelty. She just tried to have fun, what the fuck? Uh-oh. Fucked it up again. Oops. Uh-oh. I fucked it up again forever. Now my headphones doesn't work. Oh. Does they? Oh, there's no music. Okay. My headphones doesn't work anymore. Good one. All the show, crushing their faces. Yeah. I absolutely cannot forgive this aspect of you. She's having fun! God forbid women have fun! When Auntie Rosa was repeatedly killed in horrible ways, you said, she'll be brought back to life in the end, so it doesn't matter how she kills her. It's true! Or something like that, I hear. Virgilia told me. That was... well... that idea that you can kill them as many times as you want as long as you bring them back to life in the end is a completely unnecessary action of toying with life, isn't it? If you're going to kill them, get over with. Don't toy with them. If you aren't going to kill them, then don't tease them. You're taking advantage of the fact that you can do as you will with people's lives and you've forgotten the sanctity of life. So I can't accept you. I definitely can accept as my own... I definitely can accept as my opponent a person who doesn't know the weight of life and a sadness when that life is lost. This is why the endless magic is known as a black art. An endless witch has no concept of a finite. They have no concept of a finite of the end that implies by breaking and killing. For that reason, endless witches sometimes treat the gap between life and death as if it was Chinese jump rope. They start jumping back and forth over it. Yeah! Well... and? That's very, very frightening thing. Why is it frightening? She surpasses your fucking human comprehension. Why are you trying to bring her back down to your level? What's wrong with her just being here? That is why, as an endless witch, and out of my own desire, I never reached your level. Virgilia had told Beata that countless times before. Uh-oh! Uh-oh, my phone is gonna die. Hold on. Oops. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to fix this. Bum bum bum. But Vegeta had been too young and obediently listened to those words. Huh? Where's my mouse? Here we go. She had been too wild. She had been possessed by that detestable pleasure. I have always been told not to break vases, but that's what made me want to break them someday. Then, when I gained the endless magic, and I learned that I could fix it back to normal no matter how much I broke it, I was surprised at how fun it was to break a vase. This is called the forbidden honey. People are not captivated by what's inside. They are captivated by the lock that seals it. It truly is deplorable. What are you talking about? No, she just likes to break vases. It's not forbidden. People in a real life love to break shit without ability to be able to put it back together. I mean, unless it's metaphor, which I don't understand. I want to ask you, Virgilia, why does this thing called the endless magic exist? For what purpose does it exist in the world? It is not limited to the endless magic. All magic exists to bring happiness to the human world. Oh. Are we back? Hold on. Are we back? We are. Okay. Sorry. All magic exists to bring happiness to the human world. Oops. But we witches train in order to bring blessings to the human world, to become a bridge between humans and those who are not human. How the hell does reviving the dead and torturing them to death over and over again help the human world? When a vase that is important memento is broken, if by fixing it everyone will regain their smiles, I would repaint it with magic as many times as necessary. However, I would not be fixing it in order to break it again. I would be reviving to give humans happiness. In that case, Beata, you fail as an endless witch. There is something that's just come to me. Why do you keep going and whiz this strange game against you? Maybe this isn't a game to make me submit. Could it be a test for you to be accepted as an endless witch in its true meaning? I don't know about that. The reason that I proposed the game to you was simply as a way to kill time. There was no one's ulterior motive. Just now, I hear the definition of a witch from Virgilia. By that definition, you, Beata, are not even a witch. You're an apprentice who's in the middle of your training and who misunderstands your own power. This was supposedly a fight between a witch and a human. In that case, someone like you, who isn't a witch, is not qualified to be my opponent. Understand? I am still only an apprentice, you say. Then when will I be accepted as your opponent once again? When can I resume this game? Who knows? At the very least, it isn't now. When you fully understand what I've said and become a real witch, 17-year-old boy just lecturing a 1,000-year-old witch on the matters he doesn't have any fucking understanding on at all, and no empathy to her whatsoever. Really nice. Great. Typical anime. Being condescending to women. Classic. I will probably accept you as my opponent in this game once more. I can't understand if you say it so abstractly like that. Clearly you tell me what I should do to earn your forgiveness. No, I've said enough. You think about the rest. I've said everything I want to say. If you can understand it, try talking with Virgilia enough. A brat like you should start off by listening to what the adults say. Virgilia, I will suspend the game for now. Now that Renov has stepped down as representative, all we have to do is for Beata to gain the qualification as a proper opponent. Understood. Until Beata has been accepted as having gained those qualifications, the game will proceed without an opponent. Is this alright with you too, Beata? I have no objections. Fuck off. This sucks. What the fuck? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter if she toys with people, if in the end she makes them alive. It doesn't matter. Value of a human life is a conspiracy that government made to us so we wouldn't commit crimes, you know? Are you saying you're pro-government? Was saying shit ever? Oh. This sucks. I really dislike it. I really dislike this part. I like that they're talking, and I like that they're trying to understand each other, but I fucking hate that Beatrice just instantly became this, oh, damsel in distress, and like, she can make her own decisions, she's super like Wendy, she has this soon da bullshit going on. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's not Beatrice that I like. I like Beatrice from the first chapter, then when she just kills people and doesn't give a fuck. I have no objection. I have time and a place where I can think at a leisurely pace. May I take my leave now? Yeah, sure. Well then, see you later. Wait, don't make that dejected face. Sorry about that. Letting everything inside my heart show up in my face is a part of my personality. I cannot deceive. This is literally me. In that case, there is hope for you yet. Let me promise you one thing. In the game with you, I might win, and I might lose. It's also possible that I'll be a victory by default for me if you don't come back. At some point, Butler stopped talking for a second. Then he spoke forcefully. However, I will definitely won't be the one to step down. I definitely won't give you victory by default. I will keep on waiting here for you to sit here against my worthy opponent. Butler-sama. Thank you, Butler. I will definitely come back and be accepted by you. Beata showed him a slightly hopeful smile and disappeared. Looking at the expression, Butler strongly believed that her face could tell no lies. Oh, why is it turn out to be like this? Oh my god. The 7 survivors returned to the guest house once again. God forbid, wouldn't be cruel. For now, it was clear that those 2 who went outside would not be able to return alive. Rudolph Group has gone out of holding 2 guns and 1 master key, but those had been lost. It was more than clear now that they had been stolen by the culprit. Uh-oh. Since the windows were closed with the shutters, they wouldn't open if the culprit had the master key. They sealed the doors and the other doors on the outside with chains, and further blocked them with sofas and tables. Even if the culprit decided to break in through the violent means, it wouldn't be necessary for them. At this point, the typhoon may actually be fortunate. If we were to clear outside, it might have been possible for them to set fire to the guest house. If there wasn't a typhoon in the first place, the boat would have been arrived before noon. I'm not sure you can call it the cloud's silver lining. Iwa-san, how are you feeling physically? Please try to take it easy. Thank you. I still have temperature, but now isn't the time to be saying things like that. Now it's not the time to be stuck in a bed, for the children's sake as well. After crying so much in front of Hiroshi's body, Eva had now gained a strong self-awareness that she was a mother, and her expression conveyed a strong will. Actually, her fever still hadn't gone down, and she was aware of that. Whether she wasn't galvanizing himself, she felt the fever started to make him mind hazy again. By this point, the first floor was the final line of defense made by Kraus, Natsuki, and Eva. The children and the guest, Nanja, would have been strongly warned not to carelessly come downstairs. If the culprit used a ladder or something, it probably wouldn't be possible for them to attack from upstairs, but it wouldn't be easy for them to break those sturdy shutters from such an unstable position. It was comparatively safer upstairs compared to downstairs. Butler and George had hoped to remain downstairs as well to fight it in a worst-case scenario, but Eva had rejected that. In her mind, George was now only her only family. It seems that she didn't even want to expose him to the danger of coming downstairs to the first floor. Kraus and Natsuki could also understand this feeling. Why are you even separated in a situation like that? I feel like all of you should be in one place. The more people, the better. The harder it is for the culprit to get away from it. A great deal of time had now passed since they once again barricaded themselves in. In the cousins' room upstairs, Butler, George, and Jessica were sitting dazed, their ears not even registering the TV that had been left on. For a while, Nanja had been with them and had tried to send them with words to cheer them up, but when he realized he might actually be having the opposite effect, he disappeared into his own upstairs room. Loser? Gonna die? Jesus. George kept looking dazedly at the photographs instead of his notebook. They were from the time that he had taken a vacation to Okinawa with Shannon. Shannon's happy smile was contained in those photographs. George could remember the temperature and the humidity, the warmth and the strength of the wind, and even what he had been talking about with her as though at the time those photos had been taken as clearly as though it had been yesterday. So to George they weren't simply photos, but a door to bring back warm memories. In this room, even though the sound of a typhoon on the TV should have entered George's hearing, it was the scenery of Okinawa he had seen with her and her loving voice that reached his eyes and ears. After meeting Shannon, George had made a decision to be reborn. He had sworn to separate himself from a timid person he once had been, easily caught up in the atmosphere, unable to refuse a request, and easily used by those around him. He had resolved himself to become a strong man who would make her life even more joyous. So, if he hadn't met Shannon, the mad Count Shermia George would probably have lived a very different life, and the George of a different life surely wouldn't have been an excellent man as he now was. The way he was now, he was for the sake of Shannon, but if that same Shannon was gone, he found himself wondering why he existed. Isn't it completely meaningless? Uh-oh, a deep, deep sadness as though he himself had become empty. That feeling has tormented him the whole time. However, until Butler had told him he hasn't been aware of the feeling himself, he finally remembered that he should have been cried much, much more. So, he had cried. Just like Butler, he had cried himself dry. Nice. But now his eyes were bright red and swollen, and he could not cry anymore, so George did his best to change his way of thinking. He decided to think that was not meaningless, that he should be grateful to Shannon for giving him such a character. That the lives are not revived. He would have to get over being separated from his beloved. If he was to come after Shannon's by killing himself, he would surely be deadly dejected. It would be the same the other way around too. If he died and Shannon chased after him, throwing away her life, he wouldn't be able to forgive himself. So he chose to suppress his emotion of sadness and anger, and decided to thank her. Meeting Shannon had made his days rich and full, and had taught him the meaning of working hard for others people's sakes. As a result, she had shaped him into the person he had wanted to be. He thought he should thank her for that. By doing that, he tried to quell his sadness. But each time he did, he remembered Shannon's smile. He knew it, logically. He understood that grieving any more than this would only make her grieve in heaven. Yet, he couldn't stop his sadness. Oh my god! Why are these people like this? Oh no, I constantly need to have excuses to experience normal human emotions. To the to as a reaction to really horrible things that happen to me. Uh-oh, I'm such a bad person. Something's really wrong with me. Why can't I stop? Oh, shut up! Dog tags, okay. Oh, flashback. Hi, how's the reading going? Pretty well, pretty well. No text, just flashback, okay. Cool. Ooh, it's in sepia now. It's beginning of chapter 2? No. It's end 2 of chapter 3? End to middle part? I don't know. Why? Why does people dying makes us this sad? Butler muttered. It was as though he was speaking on behalf of all humans. He probably hadn't been asking anyone, but Jessica answered. Partying are always sad, no matter what they're like. But then, for example, the person is old, or there's some time it's going to happen when it's okay, not so well. Reading without always acting? Yeah, just reading. When it's accepted in advance and you know it's farewell that must come sooner or later, you can spend a long time softening the blow of that sadness. Sudden misfortune is probably sad because you aren't allowed even that. I see, yeah. Sure, if they get sick or something and end up bedding in the hospital for several years, you might be able to ready yourself for it bed by bed, but when it's happened suddenly someday, you don't have much time. The sadness, which you should normally spend several years softening, closes in on you all at once. No wonder it's tough. Sometimes it might even cause a sadness great enough to leave a scar for life. Enough to leave a scar for life, you say? Wonderland. It's like grandfather's occult hobby. That was the way. Fuck. That was what they whispered about it. That because. I can read, I swear! That maybe Beatrice was his lover who died a long time ago, and he was so sad that he couldn't pull himself together. And that's why he started sacrificing the rest of his life to research of the occult in order to revive the dead. That's what they said. In that case, grandfather succeeded in that miracle in the last moments. The culprit would be revived Beatrice, with grandfather being reunited with her at the moment he was killed. Pretty ironic that he revived her, only meant to be killed by her. Even though grandfather would probably able to meet her. He gambled half of his life and even... Oh, time to go. See ya, thank you for watching.